So here's a little bit about thoughts. We all have them, day in and day out. Have you ever noticed really how totally random they can be? You can be just doing something, driving along or absorbed in something that you're concentrating on, and then all of a sudden a random thought pops into your head, and sometimes those thoughts are related to things that are perhaps simmering away in the back of your mind, but sometimes they just feel completely and utterly random. And some of those thoughts can be positive and happy and exciting, and some of them can be downright fearful, downright scary. And of course, that's fine, because do you know what? There's a thought, and then there'll be another thought along in a few moments. But unfortunately, that's not quite how we relate to our thoughts often. I know that sometimes I notice that I've gone down a big dark hole with a thought, and suddenly there's some awful things going on, some death and destruction perhaps, if I've taken it right along that path, down that tunnel. But of course we don't have to do that. When a thought appears, we don't have to add more and more thinking to that thought so that it ends up piled up inside our heads. We don't have to go on a journey. We don't have to attend to that thought. We don't have to make it part of our lives. We can just let it go. We can realise that that's okay. That's a thought, but I don't have to actually do anything about it. Whatever you have a thought about, you don't have to do anything about it, because it's just a thought. It's just a bit of energy coming into your mind. So you can at any moment just allow that thought to go, knowing that any moment there will be another thought along. A different thought, maybe not better or worse, just different. And then another, and then another, and then another. And those thoughts will just keep coming. And of course the move away from inner peace only happens when we attach to those thoughts and we add more and more and more content to them. And that's where we end up feeling not so good perhaps. Because often it's those fearful thoughts that we attach to, it's those fearful thoughts that we start to believe, and then we follow them down that black hole. We journey away from inner peace. So just take a moment to think about that, with your thoughts of course, and just know that you don't have to. You don't have to pay attention to any of those thoughts. You can just allow them to go, knowing that another thought will be along in a moment. So I hope you found that helpful. Enjoy.